So I'm curious, how do you look at momentum moving forward within your organization, and how can you facilitate that as a leader?
So I started at the beginning of the year with a very ambitious work program. We were tasked with integrating two other organizations into one company, melding staff and creating a number of different process and procedures, as well as some other initiatives that had already been on the board as well. So we had a very ambitious work program for calendar year 2020. Fast forward about 2.5 months in, and we're all told that we have to stay home. Fortunately, our infrastructure was such that even the disparate parts could be managed remotely, but we also had the projects that we had to complete. So we shifted into what I would say is a almost hyper mode towards getting as much done as we could around completing those tasks, because we knew when we came back, we'd probably have a backlog of a whole bunch of other things that we had to do. And as a result, it was a trial by fire for a discrete group of very talented professionals that learned how to understand how another person clicked, and they just did it organically. And that's, to me, such a testament to the resiliency of us as people and a desire to work on a common goal. We knew that we had to do this, and people stepped up, and people rose to their sort of defined area of expertise, and we have just executed. I think if I were to look through our work program, we're ahead of schedule on our work program. I don't want to jinx it here for the rest of our team, and we've added some other items in there. And the other thing that was for us a huge challenge is, as you know, the government is a very closed ecosystem for very valid reasons, but they had to work with their suppliers and their consultants. Yeah. And all of our embedded folks did not have an easy way of working with a customer. And so I'm very, very impressed with how quickly, if you followed CVR, they've deployed that for the government, and we're now supporting our people using that. So I think, again, the momentum fed upon itself. It became self-sustaining. And most importantly, the people that said it couldn't be done have now become the enablers by saying, I said it couldn't be done, and now I'm seeing the value. So the key for us is to capitalize on that. For example, I'll give you an example. Our delivery sites are online, and it quickly became clear that they were not as collaborative as they could be. And where in the past we might have waited 6 to 12 months to make a change, we're going to flip the switch on our delivery sites at the end of this month. We're socializing the change, we're letting people know, and we're going to get the train, and people are going to get on the train, and they're going to go forward, and we're going to pull the rest of the staff in. So that is really gratifying to do.
Is there, when you, now is that just being done because people are just more effective and more efficient, you think, and just you're able to close the gaps because there's not distraction?
I think what has come to the realization of a lot of people is that these tools, if used, are effective. And if there is a cohesive corporate roadmap around how they can be used, they buy into them a lot more, because they are no longer in a situation, as I said, you can't walk down to the proposal writer's office and say, I want, give you a piece of paper and mark this up. You now have to collaborate digitally.